tippy toe.
Exactly.
What's her problem? No, that's every girl's problem, I think.
That's why they made it.
Over 6 feet.
What color?
Oh, you don't like that? Oh, I like
Green
it.
that you see here. Actually, this is pre-production.
Yeah, and the only thing we can't tell is yeah.
That's called. Oh, I'll tell you what. Get ready for the show. Ah, good.
Now this is set to the middle, so it's a little farther forward.
Yeah, that's better.
And then I got one more. This one's for 5'7" to 6 foot.
That's for me, because I'm 5'8". Oh, you ruined my picture. Profile picture.
Then try that one there.
That one's a high, isn't it? I'm gonna do a split over this. I don't like it, it's fat.
For tall people.
That's not the problem. This part.
How does the extended reach work for her?
She likes that one.
Okay, so you're a mid-reach.
It's 5'8".
You see the way I'm stereotyping everybody? We have this great new Ergo Fit system. It's a new concept for Kawasaki. And as a manufacturer, we'd love to make one product that would be all things to all people, but unfortunately that's not realism to any degree. So our engineers decided, what if we can do a custom fitting process? And what if we can make some sizing configurations so we could try to encapsulate everybody between 5'2" and 6'2" and everything in between.
That's
I
a
like
tall
that
order.
concept. It is a tall order, but I think that we're right there if we're not there already with this, because what we did is by simply changing the position of the foot pegs, changing handlebars, changing the seat, we can get 3 distinct configurations. We have a reduced reach, the mid, which sounds like it fit you, and then the extended reach. So that's going to fit about, I don't know, 89.9% of the people.
Yeah.
So then, what about that remaining 11%? What are we going to do with those folks, right? Well, with those folks, because we have the peg adjustment and because we have some variations within the handlebars and the seat, we have up to 18 total configurations to fit that person specifically. That's how we take care of the other 11%.
Nice.
And with that new concept, we're hoping, well, we're not hoping, we're going to begin to adopt that throughout our entire street motorcycle line. So we think that'll be very effective.
Absolutely. Does that include the concourse?
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're looking at, this should be something that we look at universally, from Concord to ZX636 to 10R to 300 to everything that we're dealing with.
That would be great.
Because when you have that flexibility, you're going to get closer. We're still not going to be 100%, but you're going to get a lot closer to the mark. So that's what we're hoping and doing. A couple of other unique aspects of the motorcycle that I might share with you, if you'll allow me to, is we're running with a parallel twin, not a V-twin. So the overall performance, peak performance, is far greater than what we could run with on a V-twin. So from a performance standpoint, that's why we call it the Vulcan S. You're going to get that additional performance. In other words, when you're at 60, 65 miles per hour and you're rolling the throttle, with anything like that's a competitive model, you're basically flatline.
Yeah.
Or you hit a rev limiter. With this, you continue to have that innate pulling power. and that's very nice on a cruiser of this size. And we get that out of the performance because it's the same motor that we work with out of our Ninja 650. The other thing that we've done is, you probably love a lot of vibration, right?
No.
There you go. I wanted to know. Thank you.
I had a Harley. Had. Past tense. I love it.
Yeah.
She came back. How'd you get her out of the dark side?
I had a wreck.
She had to get it out of her system.
Okay, I'm sorry about the wreck, but I'm glad that you're back to the spectrum of the light, which is Kawasaki. That's pretty good. Where's our marketing guy? No, I'm kidding. Rubber mounted handlebars, rubber mounted foot pegs, rubber mounted engine. There's no vibration. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now, you probably really like extensive heat.
Oh, of course. It bursts through my pants all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. So I know you love that inferno, or that furnace, if you will. So this has the Kawasaki Air Management System. We call it CAMS, K-A-M-S, for that acronym that we use. And what it's doing is we have ducts built in where it's driving the heat from the motor down and away from the rider. So if I were to take you out and you were to ride 5 other competitive models in this class, you would see that we reduce the heat on the rider by 70% versus those other models.
Wow.
So you eliminate the vibration, you eliminate up to 70% of the heat. Now we custom fit it where you're comfortable on the machine, and now you have more power than any other entry level.
Now you can ride it 10 times longer.
Yeah.
Yes,
Especially in
absolutely.
Florida.
Absolutely. The other thing that you might have noticed is the contour of the seat is narrow as it meets the tank juncture. The reason for that is we wanted the legs to go straight down and not be out. So you have a
That
firm
one I
feel.
went out on.
Yeah, and one of the things that, and the stand probably messes it up by about 1/2 of an inch or so as well. So if it was off the stand, you would even be more grounded as well. But the other thing that we did is we gave it longer travel in the front, longer travel in the rear. And in the rear, I don't know if you noticed, but we have a linkage type style system, and there's some preload adjustment
Oh, nice.
so you can adjust that sag, if you will, and you can adjust it specifically for, you know, basically the rider feedback or the rider comfort that you want. And having the additional suspension gives you a real comfortable ride, as opposed to feeling like you're on fire. And then there's accessories.
Of course.
Right over here. I'll just show you. We took some of our accessories, wanted to share what we've done here. We have the hard saddlebags.
I love the top flip.
Yeah.
That is so much
flip,
more convenient.
Streamlined, so you don't have this big bulky thing sticking out, right? But if you have some items that you want to put in there, you can certainly do that. The other thing that we did is we went with Kawasaki's KQR, Kawasaki's Quick Release System, windshield and luggage rack with backrest. So within 3 seconds or less, you can pop the windshield on and off. 3 seconds or less, pop the backrest with the luggage rack on and off. Just like that, very, very quickly. The other accessory item is we did the LED light bar there, which they wouldn't come in chrome. They'll actually match the matte black finish like you see on the frame as well. And I don't even know if you noticed, but like we do on some of our high-end motorcycles, we've got the lever adjustment, bringing them further closer to you or farther out. So we're doing that as well. And then we're using the Nissan caliper brake system, just like we use on the 6360X product that we have. And then just for aesthetic appeal, where the positioning of the exhaust system is, it's down, tucked away, so it doesn't mess with the appeal, but also, I can burn your leg on that.
It really flows with the frame.
It does. It's integrated very, very nicely. The other thing you'll see here is this part is replaceable, where that one didn't have a passenger bay. You just replace this part right here.
Oh, nice.
It has the inlet, and you're ready to go.
Cleans it up.
Just like that. So those are some of the accessories. Also, off to the right upper hand side, we'll make a accessory 12-volt DC outlet, so you can plug and play your iPhone or whatever, so if you need charging capabilities. And then to the left of that, we also offer
Oh, you do?
a genuine Kawasaki accessory, the gear indicator. It doesn't come with a gear indicator light. Some people want that, some people don't. So we made it an inexpensive accessory which mounts off on the left side. All types of options. Yeah.
You made the Swiss Army knife of bikes.
We did. We certainly, that's good. I like that. I'm going to use that.
Seriously?
We really did. We get a nice quality package, and I believe it's very value added when you see what you get for that $69.99 price point.
Wow.
And they'll be available in dealer inventories beginning January.
Cool. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you for listening. All I need is a listening ear. I can go all day.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you
You
very
got a
much.
feature on YouTube too.
Thank you. All right. That's awesome. Love it. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
$6,999.
I told you there are a ton of low-priced bikes now.
My Harley was like 9 or 10.
I know, it's a piece of junk.
Yeah. If I had that money, I would have handed it over to him right now. Said pre-order.